Hi everyone. I am back for another video. I wanted to start off with some books that I have recently purchased off of eBay. Um, I've purchased books off of the internet before, but I haven't really purchased anything off of eBay before. Um, so this is the second edition that I bought. The first one, it didn't have um, the cover page on it, but that's okay. No worries. So this one faded pretty good. This one was copyrighted in 1983. So you do get your flowers. They're all on the sides of the page. And you get some mushrooms as well. You got your index in the back. And it looks like they go in alphabetical order. And these are all herbs. Which honestly, when I was going through this, they have a lot of good information in here on where you can find these things and what they are actually used for medical purposes. So it is double-sided. You're going to have to pick and choose which, sides you want to cut out. But, I wonder if you could cut these so like they're kind of like a card, so you have a front and a back image. I don't know if they match up or not. So there's that one. I can't remember if I did this one. I'm sorry, guys, if I did. England is a Garden. I have so many of these books that sometimes I forget which ones I've shown you guys. I started writing things down, and then I just got lost with time and, having twins and stuff. It just, it can get a little chaotic. This is not a matte finish. 1985 it was first published. Reprinted in 1988. So you get a lot of really beautiful flower images, along with some type of black and white drawing. Look how pretty. It's really pretty too. It's not a glossy or matte finish. Well, it's more of a matte finish, I should say, but it's not glossy. Like, these pages are really smooth and there's no shine to them. I did make sure I snatched up 2 copies. Honestly, a lot of people probably think, how do you have 2 copies? If I find them really, really cheap, whether it's on worldofbooks.com, and a lot of times it's the UK site that I purchase these from, and then you just pay like a $2 shipping for each book. So, break it up in different hauls, and sometimes you can get them on there for €3, which is right around a little over $3 US dollars. But you can also get them on the worldofbooks.com, the US site. I tend to notice that you pay a little bit more money for those, but you get free shipping. So if you don't care to pay the $2 per book on the UK site, and it takes like 3 weeks to get those, and even on the US site, it takes up to 2 weeks to get them. So just depends on what you prefer. That's why I decided to try eBay, which a lot of those books actually come from World of Books or those other sites that you would find these off of, and you get free shipping. This is Wildflowers of Field and Woodland. So this is nice because you have the writing on one side and then the flower on the other. So this information goes with this plant. So if you were to pull this out and put this in your junk journal, like, or do whatever with it, this information here doesn't go with this flower. But it is full of really pretty images, you know, and I just like to do these videos so that way you guys can have the opportunity to see what's in them so you don't make mistakes like I did. I purchased 2 books based off of the cover and they were not what I thought they were. A little bummed, but you know what? The most expensive one that I paid for was $8. So, and it's my fault. But, you know, I looked it up on YouTube and all over for reviews on those books, and nobody had any. Flowers and Color. And he was actually one of the authors of a book that I bought off of eBay that I wasn't happy about because it was all writing, and then you had like a black and white image at the end of the chapter that was like no bigger than this. And so I was bummed, and that was the one that I paid $8 for, but you know, you live and you learn. This one is really pretty. If I'm able to snag another one of these, I definitely want to snag another one. This was first published in 1955. Third impression, 1958. So, as you saw a glimpse, majority of the pages are going to look like this. So you do have your flowers. But when you get to the colored page, like you can, and it is glossy. It's got that shine to it. It's double-sided. You can't get mad about this. There's not very many of those in here, if you call them plates or what, I don't know what you call them. I don't think the back really had any of those. And it's not like every 4th page there's one of these or anything like that. Like, it just, wherever they decided to put it, they put it. It is front and back. So if you do fussy cut, see, that's why it would be nice if you're able to acquire 2 copies of this, then if you were to want to fussy cut these because you really like them, you know, one, you could fussy cut on this side with the one book, and then the second book, you could just take the same page out and then just fussy cut on this side, and then you would have a copy, one copy of each. Such a beautiful book. And this one I didn't find a video on it. I don't think I did. If I did, it was one of the people that I follow to watch their junk journaling videos, and they put out some hauls of books that they use in their page for their pages. So I might have found it. Just like, look, this reminds me of summer. I want it to be summer. I'm over this 10-degree weather. Plus Ohio is just our weather is all over the place. We recently, right after Christmas, I believe, we just had all 4 seasons within like a day or two. It's crazy. So I'm over it. I mean, even just buying the book for just these pages themselves is worth it, I feel. But, you know, that's just me. It's really pretty. That's my favorite page. Yeah. And after I bought this one off of eBay, I couldn't find this again. So, and I don't know if World of Books will have this, or if that Thrift Books or Discovery Books. I know those are a couple other sites that you can get secondhand books off of. This one is called Wildflowers. Sorry, I'm the only one home and I heard a weird noise. Oh, look, they have a sale price for $3.98. This is a good book. I did see this. I follow her and I love her work. What is it? Like Teal something. I forget what it is, but she does junk journaling, and she had this book on her page that she showed in her haul, and I fell in love with it, so I've kind of kept an eye out for, oh, look at that. I've kept an eye out for it, and I was able to acquire it off of eBay. And I don't know, I think there was one book on there that I paid a decent amount of money for, and for me, decent was like, you know, $20 or under. And this was, I think one of these was $18, but I don't know if it was this one. It was either this book that I'm holding now or it's this one. And I forget. I'd have to look back. And I can't look at my phone because that's what I'm using to record. Just look how pretty. So if I'm able to get another one of these, I definitely will. I didn't find one after I purchased this one. Shrubs in Color, and this is the same author as Flowers in Color. This came from London. It's pretty much the same thing. You get it, you know, a few pages that, you know, this kind of reminds me of a lot of the other botanical books. And then you have the pictures of some plants on the sides. And then you're going to have some of these. So it's looking like it's every other. Yeah. This one looks like it has a... And I wasn't happy, but, you know, what can you do? There's, I don't know if you can see, there's crayons. So, and that's not just on that one page. And I was hoping and praying, okay, well, maybe the person got a hold of just that page. It's on a couple more. But, I mean, some of them you can't tell. Look how pretty. So yeah, this one has a pattern to it. So it's every other. So you could really, I mean, that's pretty awesome, because then what you can do is you could tear this page out and you could do whatever you want with it. If you want to fussy cut it, fold it in half, do whatever, you know, you don't have to pick and choose. But, you know, if you like these, I mean, well, you're giving up these. So, seeing there's a line. I tried to erase some of these, but I didn't even see that. Look how pretty. And I love seeing how, like, different botanical or flowering books that are drawn or like painted or whatever. I love to see the different color combinations that they throw on the pages, because sometimes they don't put them together. They, you know, like these all go together, but sometimes like you have, you know, like an orange over here and then like all red. So it kind of looks nice, and you wouldn't think that, oh, you know, I wouldn't think to put those together, but you know, to me, like this kind of clashes with this over here. But then it looks, you know, good all together. And I don't know what I'm assuming that's the hardcover. Or no, it's not. I lied, because it's coming undone. Oh, for a minute there, I was going to say he kind of looks like Walt Disney from the side. All right, this is the last book. Mr. Marshall's Flower Album from the Royal Library of Windsor Castle. You know, sometimes I think that when I go to secondhand stores, bookstores and stuff like that, you know, I always try to look for books like these, and it's always hard for me to find. And I think that a lot of times it's because they've lost their dust jacket, and that a lot of them end up looking like this. So then you kind of like pass them up. So I've tried to be smarter about making sure that you read the sides, the book, the title. I mean, this isn't every single page or every other page. Well, for the most part, it's every page, I guess I should say, that has a picture on the right and then writing on the left. So this one you could fussy cut, you could take this out. So this goes with this information. So if you pull this out, I know you guys know that this picture and this information are not this. This is not information for these roses. This is information for these roses. So like, I guess what I mean, like, I guess every once in a while you'll get this where you won't have anything. These are kind of shiny. You can see that shine to them, but not super shiny. Sometimes these marks in these books, I always wonder what they are and how they got there. And I don't know why. But when you do botanical stuff, why do we have to have snakes? Like, I cannot stand snakes. Like, they make my skin crawl. Why do we have to, why do we have to put snakes and flowers together? You know, like, uh, I'm assuming that's a dog. One might say that's a dog. I'm not really sure what kind of bird that is. I was thinking, like, people might mistake, like, if you look at this half first before you look at the face, like a monkey type thing, but it's a dog. And yeah. And this is the only page where your pictures are going to look like this. And then the rest, I believe, is just writing. So yeah. There are those. I did order a couple other books, but they were already like a duplicate of what I had. And they were already ones that I showed you. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you like these type of book reviews, please subscribe and like the video down below. And hopefully I will see you in the next one. All right, guys, have a nice day and have a great weekend. Bye.